Hi, welcome to the Jeff and Jerry Show. My name is Jeff. I'm the Borough Manager of Mount Pleasant, and my co-host.
Jerry Lucia, Mayor of Mount Pleasant.
Well, with Jerry, we talk about a lot of places where we're at. This might be a little bit different because of who the owner is.
Right.
A lot of times we talk about the businesses and the owners or people who had a dream maybe or who decided to go into business or somehow got into business. This gentleman, education-wise, this is the first time we ever met someone like this.
Yes, he goes a long way. I mean, actually, we reached out to Paris to find this.
I know you did. And I'm glad our listeners will be able to hear that today because I think this is the first time. I'd rather go to Paris, though, to do the interview and the show, but today we'll have to do it from...
We'll do it from here.
from Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant. But, one thing that's really sinks into my mind is... you hear of the Italian pizzas? Everything was Italian pizza.
Sure.
Italian pizza.
Everything's Italian.
Well, this is different. It's Italian pizza made by the Frenchmen.
Well,
so we can call it the French pizza.
which might be why it's so good. Who knows?
Right.
Well, today our guest is...
Pascal Pasaga. I'm the owner of Pizzeria 88. And that's why I'm here. We're here to talk and talk about the business that I started, a couple of years ago. You can probably recognize the accent. It's not from the Bronx. It's actually from France. And yes, I'm a French guy making pizzas.
Well, Pascal, let's go back a little bit. Where were you born?
I was born in Paris.
Okay, and your family, what did they do?
They're all in Paris, and of course, my parents are retired, and I got a brother and a very small family. So my brother's retired too. So I mean, it's about all my family. That's it.
And your family, what'd your dad do as a career?
My dad was in the show business. He did TV shows. He was a musician, he did orchestrations, and he was a piano player. Jazz, classical, that kind of thing. So he has always been in the show business.
Okay, and your mother?
My mother was just doing accounting, and for a firm, that she worked for, and it's just a regular job compared to what my dad did. There was a lot of traveling involved, and because that's what you do, But very interesting things, I mean, for me, growing up as a kid. It was just sometimes I went with my dad and get up on the stage and get things ready. So it was just something different for a kid to see. Mm-hmm. It was definitely different.
Good experience.
Good experience.
So he was an entertainer, and was you ever part of the show, or it sounds like you helped set up and take the stuff down? But were you part of the show at one time?
No, I was never part of the show. It was. Because it was big stuff, but I was just there because I was enjoying music, so I was there, and he said, well, come along, that kind of thing, so. Now,
did he create any albums back then, or any records?
Yeah, he had some records, some DVDs, different things, and, that's what he did, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, I expect you then to sing and serenade everybody when they come down here and eat.
In French or English?
Either one, I'm not picky.
I don't know about the singing part of it.
Okay, so then you found your way. When did you find your way? Well, you went to school over there.
Yeah, I went to the chef school in Paris. It's a 3-year program. It's basically would be the equivalent of nearly 4 or 5 years here. Through chef school, and it's pretty intense in Europe. When you see the show on TV about Hell Kitchen. It's basically what it is in Europe. That's the norm. For here it's a shock, but it's a norm. Mm-hmm. We got the norm over there, and you got to be ready for a crazy chef. But they expect perfection, and that's what they want. So, but very good learning process. It was very good to learn, how to make food from scratch. From fresh, not frozen.
there's not too many professional chefs that can make a pizza.
Yes. Well, they can.
They
You know.
can if they try, but you have come down your years of experience. You've been a chef in many restaurants in this area.
Yeah, I did. You know, I did. It's you change things. You know, I work in the hotel business. You know, I run Applebee's for a few years. You know, different things. I mean, I run horses for many years. So I mean, it's there's many aspect to food. You know,
A lot of experience
you
you've
know,
had.
experience
in
is
food.
there, and when you
Yeah.
have the basics, then you can adapt to anything you want. You know, it's when you don't have the basic that is difficult. You know,
Yeah.
But, I never learned how to make pizza when I was in chef school, but it's not that hard if you have the basics.
So when we talk about freshness, you said that's what you learned as a chef, making everything from scratch. Is it as hard as it sounds, or is it actually not as bad as it sounds, making everything from scratch? Because I don't think today most of the people make things from scratch. So with the way food is prepared, you can pretty much, and it tastes good. I mean, you can pretty much go out and order frozen stuff, and then most people are reheating it, I would think.
Well, it's really who we are here at Pizzeria 88. It's all based on fresh product. We don't do frozen. I don't believe in frozen. Even my fries, we cut our own fries. They're fresh fries. There's no need to have frozen. But basically, what we're doing is to reinvent the real flavors of food. You know, so what you're gonna get here, if you get a chicken salad, I get my chicken, I marinate it, it's grilled, it's fresh, and that's it. You know, I get things from my butcher, my sausages, everything else, chip steaks, or my Phillies, everything's fresh. I don't believe in frozen. Frozen is not good. You know, and I believe that you come here, you're gonna have the flavor is gonna hit you. You know.
Do you learn that in school that you mix flavors together? Is there a certain thing that certain flavors mix better with other flavors?
Oh, absolutely. You know, everything's important. Temperatures, seasoning, the right seasoning for different things. You know, like on Friday land here, we do fish fry. You know, I do my own beer batter, you know, and so forth. So we make fresh fries. I make lobster bisque, you know, because that's something I enjoy doing just for during Lent on Fridays, you know. And it's good. It's made from scratch. You know, you don't have to buy it in the store or get it frozen. Yeah, it takes a little bit more time to do it, but not that much time if you know what you're doing, you know.
Did you work at restaurants over there in France after you graduated?
Yes, I did. I work in Maxim's restaurant, which is one of the, I guess, you know, famous restaurant over there. Because you have to do also apprenticeship during your school. In the summer, you don't get off. You get 3 months off, you go to work, you know. So, and that's
At a restaurant?
At a restaurant, yes, of course. In different aspects, kitchen, service, you know, and so forth. So it's, you know, I've been in this business since probably I was 15, you know, 16. So it's been a long time.
That's a couple years ago.
Couple years ago, I guess. Maybe 3 years. I don't know.
You know, now you have a family here in Mount Pleasant area. Well, they were raised here in the Mount Pleasant area. Matter of fact, Jeff, if you remember back in the early days of the Glass and Ethnic Festival, your boys, all your boys,
They did a lot.
they worked that festival. I mean, they worked it. And your wife and your
yeah.
sister-in-law and your
We didn't have any
aunt.
fresh food, Jerry. This is what I'm missing
No,
on
you
that.
know-
I noticed how we didn't have any of when we used to get out and get something to eat.
We should
didn't
have
have the
the
fresh
chef-
food.
the chef should
Yeah,
have his
we
stand
kind of
there.
missed the boat on that one. You must have been a little bit secretive that
I
way.
was maybe busy somewhere else.
You were working at the
I was
time.
working
Yes, you
somewhere,
were.
you know,
So you come over here at what age in this country?
about 30 years ago, 32 years ago. I spent about 20 years in France and about 31 here, so that kind of thing. So
Okay.
half and half.
And you met your wife where?
On a boat.
On the boat coming over?
Yes. No, she was on a cruise line. I worked on cruise lines for 2 years, so I was, you know, all over the
Oh, yeah?
world, you know, and my wife was part of the cruise, and that's where I met her.
Isn't that something?
I
So
didn't know.
she picked up the fish, you know what I mean?
That was the Love Boat.
That was a lot.
There you go. So then you meet your wife. You back over here to the States. You have how many children?
4.
4 children.
Boys.
Four
They're very
boys.
successful. We talked about them earlier.
Yeah, they're doing well for themselves. I always tell them to work hard, and they all work hard, and they all have good jobs, and how much more do you want? You know?
Are your parents still living?
It's just my mom. She's 83 years old,
And she's over there in France still.
yeah. I call her. I talk to her every week. It's easier with the phones now. Can't go to say, "Hey, hi, mom."
Yeah.
So it's always a good thing.
You go back and visit her every once in a while?
Well, yeah, when they come here, my brother and my sister-in-law will come here, or that kind of things. They came for my oldest son's wedding, 3 years ago. So we try to mix and match. Time frame wise, right now, it's hard for me to really go and take a couple of weeks to go back to France, even though I probably would love it, but.
So now you're over here, and you're over here now, and you're getting into the food business. You had a couple of careers. You said you worked where at?
Well, when I came to this country, I was in Philly, so I worked for the hotel business, in the food and beverage department, where actually I worked for a company in New Jersey who used to have different hotels like Hilton, Sheraton's, Marriott, and they used to send me there. I was in Philly, I was in New Jersey, I was in Baltimore, say, hey, we have a problem with this hotel, we're going to move you there. So the first 5 years of my life was really living out of boxes. My poor wife, she had to just keep things in boxes and storage. Where are we going next year? So that kind of thing. But that was the hotel business. But the hotel business has changed quite a bit. The food and beverage department don't exist anymore. You have a hotel and that's it. You had a restaurant, you had a bar, you had all this, and that goes on the wayside.
It's just strictly
this continental breakfast.
Stay for the night.
So
Coffee in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think I remember you a little bit at the Hosses, and I think there was a buffet place you were at.
Old Country Buffet, yeah.
Old Country Buffet. A lot of people eat there.
Yes, and what a lot of people actually don't know is that the Old Country Buffet, everything was made from scratch.
Oh, come on now.
Yes, I'm not kidding. We made our own soups. We had a big kettles. We made everything. And that I mean, probably 95% of it was made from scratch. Okay.
So then you decided that wasn't for you because probably your creativity. Well, other than that, I didn't realize that, but you probably didn't want.
It closed down. So.
Well, it closed down, but then you probably wanted to get in business for yourself at one point.
At one point, yeah, I think it's maybe somebody's dream to say, hey, I want to work for myself. Why not? And a late dream, I guess. But it's better late than never. So why not start? I mean, it's I have the knowledge to do it, so it's not why not doing it. Why not doing something special? And what I like to do is fresh food, so that's what I do.
So why is it called Pizza 88?
Oh, that's a long story, and I don't know if I want to make it short or long. I don't.
Well, summarize it.
Well, I had an ex-business partner, and we were two of us in New Stanton when we started about 5 years ago, and then we had Yates, and he's something he believed in fresh food, and he has a set of twins, I had a set of twins, so it was a perfect combination of perfect eights, and I mean it was something of that nature. It was never that creative to come with. I could have put my first name in there, but nobody called me my first name because nobody can say Pascal, so everybody in town called me Frenchie.
Oh, okay.
Which is not a bad thing.
No. It's a nice nickname.
It's a nice nickname. Yes, it is. Absolutely. So it's nice. It's not a bad thing.
No, you're proud to be.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So now you open up Pizza 88, and I'm sure you used the background as a chef in your preparation for the food here.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned a little bit about Fridays, about the fish and what you make, but a pizza to me is a pizza. Or am I wrong? Tell me what makes your pizza different. Other than fresh.
Many things. I'm not going to go into recipes because.
Well, no, you don't want to tell your secret.
But number one, we do New York style, which is a very thin crust, and not too many people have that around here. I don't believe in thick crust because why do you want to eat all that bread? So we do thin crust. Then we put the sauce. The sauce, I make my own sauce. People say, what do you mean you make your own sauce? Well, we don't open cans. I get my tomatoes, I crush them, and it's like, you crush your tomatoes. Oh, that's the way you make sauce. And my grandmother used to make sauce. She was Italian, but that's another story for a different day, even though I'm French.
But your mother was Italian.
My grandmother.
Your grandmother was Italian. Okay.
So that's just my special secret there.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
telling
that's what we do here at Breaking News. We get it out here in the open.
breaking news. So you know, you gotta have the right sauce with the right ingredients and the right seasoning. Sauce is very important. And then we do the cheese, and the cheese, you know, I get blocks of cheese. I don't get it pre-shredded. Main reason for that is very simple. When you get a block of cheese, you know, the mixer's gonna do it, the shredder's gonna do it. It's not like I gotta do it by hand, you know. It's your cheese will taste better. The flavor of your cheese will be better when you shred
In a block of cheese.
in a block of cheese than when it's prepackaged. So you got fresh dough, because I make fresh batch of dough every day. You got fresh sauce with fresh tomatoes, and then you got fresh cheese. How can you go wrong?
So now, if I'm sitting at home, and I'm a novice, but I want to make the best pizza I can make without you giving me any secrets, I should get a block of cheese to make my cheese. I should make my own sauce through tomatoes. Now, just tell me real quick. I crush the tomatoes, and then I just add the seasoning to that?
Well, there's some seasoning, but you're also gonna have some little tomato paste, a little bit of, you know, there's different kind of tomatoes. It's not just one tomato.
Okay. Okay, and then the crust, what's an easy way for me to get by without making my own crust? Okay.
I don't know. Well, you know, now you can get frozen crust anywhere.
Yeah, I know,
But
but
you can make your own. But you know, it's to do it at home. It's a little harder.
it is harder.
You know, it's harder because you know I make a batch. And when I make a batch, I'm gonna make maybe 30 to 40 dough. You know, and that's 30 or 40 pizzas because the mixer does it. To do it at home, it's gonna be a little harder. You know, unless you got a little mixer at home, you can probably do that. You know, and then you got to cut down on the portioning and the recipes. You know, cut it down to whatever you need. You know, but it's always different at home than it is.
Can I come down here and buy a pizza uncooked and take it home and cook it?
Not
Do
right.
you do that?
Not right
Not
now.
yet.
What I do, if for some people they wanted par baked, what I do is I cook it, but not all the way, because they want to take it home for 2 hours later and say I'm going to put it in the oven and finish it off.
Oh, that's good.
So what
idea.
happened is you can do that, you know, and at least you get the form, you got the, you know, things melted, you got things cooked, and you can eat the crust. You know, you can eat everything is fresh. You know, what's nice with fresh pizza is that you can reheat it the next day, put it in the oven, you can still eat the crust because it's fresh. You know, so it's a good advantage.
You gonna start a pizza shop?
No, but I tell you, it's sometimes you know you want a pizza,
But
but
you
are you
want
really
it
hungry
quick.
for it right then? Yeah, you know, you say, well, I have time to go get it now.
But that idea, I never heard of that. You know, usually you get a pizza and take it right home, but half cooked and then cook it later, finish it off. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I cook it about 70%. You know, I got a couple people who buy them here and resell them by the slice. You know, I won't have to go through names or whatever. You know, but it might be a good alternative. You know, for you know sometimes little local bars would have kitchens opens or that kind of things. You know, say hey, send me a couple pizza. They sell it by the slice. Put it in the oven for 2 minutes. It's done.
Now I'm looking at your menu board, and you have a lot of things on your menu board.
Gigantic, huh?
It's gigantic.
Yes.
But is there anything that you've brought with you from all your experiences that you can get here and can't get anywhere else?
Well, there's a few things because we also do some catering. Okay, and that's a part also.
Oh, I didn't know you did catering.
We do small catering, you know, small luncheons, which is totally up to the customer what they want, because there's no limitation of what we can do, because I can cook the food, you know.
Uh-huh. You can cook anything.
So, you know, if you want something, you know, we'll make it for you. It's not a problem. But we have a pizza bowl. That's what we do, and that's different. It's like a little bread bowl, and we put a pizza. So it's like a deep dish pizza, like nearly Chicago style, you know, a deep dish pizza with a bread bowl, and you got double different layers of cheese and sauce, and that's really a good dish. It's not on the menu,
I was gonna say I
It's
was
not
look.
on
I
the
don't
menu.
see it.
but we do it for people who like
That's off the menu stuff.
off the menu stuff. And there's a lot of things from off the menu stuff. People ask, you know, if we have it. you're gonna get it. Unless I don't know how to make it, there's always a possibility.
Yeah, but that's probably hard to find something you don't know how to make.
Yeah, there's always something you can learn about, and something to.
Now, I know you're busy, so certain times, obviously lunchtime and supper time, but if somebody came down here and it was in the mid-afternoon, it's a little bit slower, and they come in and they said, Pasquale, make me something. Make me something. Will you do that kind of stuff?
Oh, absolutely. I try to figure out what they want first, what they're in the mood for.
Yeah.
A pizza or salad, that kind of thing. So to see exactly what they want. I make my own meatballs, so we got meatball subs. It's you have no limitation really of what you can do or cannot do unless you don't have the product. I can't put lobster on a pizza if I don't have lobster.
Right.
But, we can do anything. Sometimes people can say, "Well, I don't know what I'm going to eat, but what do you want? What are you in the mood for today?"
Yeah.
What are you in the mood for? The pizza? You're in the mood for a sub? So everything's very important. It's the way we do it. We customize things. Sometimes we have like a couple of ladies who come here in front and they have kids strapped up in a van. They don't come out of the van. They call me. She get out the door and she's giving them the pizza. I said, "Well, give me the chance," because they don't want to get 2 or 3 kids out of the car. And I do something for a couple of handicapped people that I know. So hey, I'll help you. Stay in your car, park right up front, beep the horn. I come out, give you your food, and get the
You have a
thing.
nice area inside though for sit down.
Mhm. Yeah,
in the restaurant here.
we have about 8 or 9 minutes, not 8 or 9 tables, and then it's a little bit like a New York style little restaurant pizza shop. We come in and you want to sit down, have a couple of slices, and nothing super fancy, but good food, good price, in and out. And that's what.
So you can get. So let's talk about what you offer here. We talked about all the way around it. You offer slices.
Yes, we do. That's probably one of our best seller. Number one is New York style, so those are big slices, and we get that 2 slices, 1 topping and a beverage for $5 every day. A lot of people start getting used to this because it's quick, it's efficient. I got the pies, just put the toppings in there, and you're out of there in 2 minutes. So it's faster than fast food and better than fast food. So it's in and out. You come in and say, "Well, I want pepperoni on those slices," or "I want mushrooms on those slices." I'll throw them in there, put them in the oven, 2 minutes, grab your drink, you're out the door.
Is there anything unique you put on your toppings that nobody else does?
I don't think so. They're pretty basic toppings. I know I put meatballs on some of mine. I don't know if everybody has meatballs, but they're pretty basic toppings.
So if I said I wanted a French style pizza, what is that?
French style pizza.
Is that a good one?
Hey, we'll put some eggs on there. How do you like that?
I don't know. But listen, I want a French style pizza. I want to be in France when I come in here.
When you go to France and you eat a pizza, there's a lot of time where you'll see bacon, sausage, and eggs right on your pizza. An whole egg.
The whole egg. Is it like sunny side up?
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that?
I don't see that on the menu, though. That's it off the menu?
Not on the menu. It is not. But there's a lot of things in this world, out there, who are different. That's why it's nice to visit and look around. They do things in Italy different than we do in France or here.
It really is different, isn't it?
Sure, it is. It's you cannot compare it. You can't compare apples and oranges because everything is so different. Everybody's got their own thing. But the only thing I care for is freshness. That's what I do.
So to get your freshness, you get stuff every day, I guess, or how do you do that?
Well, you get him 2-3 times a week. Chicken breast. I don't have to get it every day. I get my bread from Pittsburgh. I get Only Bread Works because that's the best bread you can get. It's very important for your subs. Something a couple times a week, so it's fresh. Fresh, never frozen.
How about the seafood?
Well, seafood, it's a little tricky here because a lot of people are going to say, well, it is frozen. They freeze it right on the boat. And so, yeah, it's on ice.
Yeah, but what are you going to do?
You have to, and so it's on ice, but it's not like frozen, prepackaged, cut, shoot ups. It's just come out of the box and you thaw it, and it's just still a piece of fresh fish.
How about the location? So our viewers know, you're in the Crossroads Plaza,
Yes.
and it used to be Dominic's
Six Pack.
Pack, which is converted over to Pizza 88.
Yes, it is.
In good location, a lot of parking.
Yes.
And whatnot. It's easy to get in and out. So everyone from the southwest Pennsylvania area can reach here real quick.
Yeah, and we were right by the Rams, the exit from 119 here. We're right between Mount Pleasant and Scottsdale, really.
Yeah, right.
Because we can't forget
Right.
Scottsdale. I mean, so I mean, it's a good location.
It is.
Need to grow a bit more. People to know that who we are and where we are. Still have people every week coming in here says, I didn't know you were here. So, but you don't build things overnight. So it takes a little while.
And how long have you been at this location?
A year and 8 months.
Oh, then it's relatively new.
Yeah, it's relatively new, and
Well, if I understand, maybe I'm speaking incorrectly, but you can correct me. When you were in newsstand, the construction really forced you to
yes,
look another direction.
we were in Newstand for nearly 3 years, just about 3 years,
Yeah.
and they took the roads and bridges away, and that
Yeah.
was just
No way for people
that,
to get
that
to
was
you.
just that was
a killer.
That was a killer. It was
Yeah.
a drastic situation for us. It was either we locked the door, or we moved. Really, that bad. Because when it took the bridges away, I mean, we were on an island.
Yeah.
almost.
You were.
Yeah.
Well, the detour was before you.
Yeah.
They used to
Yeah.
detour, and then it was before you.
It
so.
was one lane, and then become no bridges. It was just unbearable. It was just,
So what's your hours here?
well, we're close on Monday, because
And that's when we're here today. So when Jerry scheduled this, he should have scheduled it on a day that you were cooking. So so listen, we're coming back.
we could have some pizza.
Yeah, we're coming back, and we got to do a second show, and I want to try that French pizza.
Okay, what's that French pizza?
What's your hours here?
It's Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We open at 11 until 9 o'clock. On Friday, it's 11 to 10. Saturday, it's 12 to 10. And on Sunday, it's 12 to 8.
Okay, and the phone number for here?
It's 542-4648.
Okay, and do you have a website, Facebook, anything like that?
What we have right now is in the process of being rebuilt, but we also do orders online through an app which is called Slice. So when you go and put an app Slice on your phone, you have everything on the phone, the whole menu, all the updates, promotions, discounts, and all kind of good things.
Now, is that only your app, or is that an app in the pizza
It's
business?
only an app for the pizza business for Mount Pleasant, just for me.
Oh, really? Slice.
Slice. It's an app, and the new technology with the apps, it's but it's a nice tool to have. You have it in your phone, it's picking up more and more.
Yeah, now do you run specials on the app so people can, all of a sudden their phone dings and there's a special with Pizza 88?
Not yet, but we're working on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in the works.
Now, you did a couple years, we're about out of time. A couple years you did some stuff out in the outdoors. You ever going to go back to that? It's a little bit hard to do. People don't realize how hard that is, but you think you're going to go back to doing that?
It is very hard, and I don't like to say never, but it would be very difficult for me to do it now by myself.
A pizza truck someday? Or a food truck someday?
I don't know about that. Maybe it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, well, that's New York style, though.
I know. Maybe we'll do New York style then. On wheels.
That's right.
On
That's
wheels,
right.
yeah.
Well, we have about a minute left. So, Jerry, we're gonna come back. We're going to have to schedule another time to come back a little later on.
Not on a Monday.
Not on a Monday.
Oh, no.
You know, when Jerry scheduled this, he should have thought, Pasquale, that we.
thought because Jeff likes to eat.
We're going to sample this, and I want this French pizza since you never did it before.
We did it, but not here.
Okay, well, Pasquale, thanks for being on the show.
Jeff.
Okay, it's always
very much.
and
I always enjoyed your boys and your
Thank you.
family. And
Yeah, I'm married to a big family.
yes, you did. A good family.
the Mullen
Mullen
family, for those
family,
people who don't know. Okay, well, for Pasquale, who the first time we interviewed a Frenchman, right?
Yeah.
I would think so.
First time for everyone.
And Jerry,
And a top chef.
and a Top Chef. Well, you ever been on Top Chef?
No.
Would you want to go on?
I don't know. I would have to learn more.
Okay. So for Pasquale, Jerry, and Jeff, this is the Jeff and Jerry Show, and we're going to see you next time at Pizza 88, and we're going to have that French-style pizza. So we'll see you next time.